Hi all, I found a very interesting game of Garry Kasparov in the Sicilian Najdorf. This was played in the 2006 Lichthof Chess Champions tournament played in Zurich. Let's have a look. So Judit Polgar playing white, e4, Kasparov plays his favourite Sicilian defence, and we go into the actual Najdorf variation, which many people, even nowadays on Kasparov's return recently in 2017, avoid. So why do they avoid it? So e6, f3, white is preparing to castle queenside. Very aggressive play from white, fearless against Kasparov. g4, and we see with the idea of g5 that black creates a parking spot for this knight to retreat in the event of g5. That seems a very logical move, not just from that angle, but also potentially the c4 square might be useful, and it might also help b4 without any possibility of knight a4, for example. We have queen f2, which targets the knight with the threat immediately of knight takes e6. Kasparov plays this move, defending the knight even more, so that's not on the cards. White castles queenside. So it looks like a very interesting, dynamic, aggressive position for both sides at the moment. Bishop b7, so not moving these pieces, just trying to play on the queen side. Knight b3, and again playing on the queen side and also giving a parking spot for this bishop in the event of knight a5. And we see a very interesting move now. Black seems to be potentially threatening rook takes c3, and maybe to gain some time without this issue, knight takes b5 was played. A knight sack for 2 pawns. Before we get into that game continuation, I'll just show you, for example, if white played h4, this is quite powerful. Rook takes c3 and knight a4. It's actually difficult for white here because, say c4 then takes queen c7, for example, d5. And we've got things like bishop a3 check, and it looks horrible actually, this fracture. So probably there's reasons like that, which maybe white felt if she sacked the knight here, this is quite dangerous. Black played bishop c6, unpinning immediately this d7 knight, and that also of course means this knight's more protected by these guys. We have bishop d3, bishop e7, and in fact black just carries on now, just casually just castling what seems to be castling into a potentially dangerous space advantage for white on the king side. But now bishop a4, and it seems, to take and force this seems unpleasant. White, she moved her king. We see knight c4, now e5, which does open up this bishop. Bishop takes b3, knight takes e3, and now d5. We see h4. White is carrying on aggressively. So can black play for any counterplay here? Queen a5. Well, there is already an open road to the king here. Rook a8, and already the a2 pawn is a target. We see h5. If white can only get a few more moves, white will be crashing through though. Knight c5. f5. This looks extremely dangerous now with f6. So a very tense situation, but rook a8. a4. This seems to be quite a clever response to try and block or slow down black's attack. Now in the event this wasn't played, knight takes b3, there is bishop b5, but even here black is doing well, it seems, with knight c5. It seems just a very dangerous position, in fact, but maybe even stronger actually. Can you guess what Kasparov played instead of knight takes b3? Okay, knight takes a4. Yeah, it seems quite logical to counter-sack a piece to speed up an attack here. But f6. What does black play here now if I give you 5 seconds? So Kasparov to play. Okay, knight c3 check. Yeah, the idea here is, if taking not queen takes c3, because that runs into bishop takes h7 check, winning the queen. No, the idea is not that. But in this position, there's actually a mate in two with check, and these pieces are not helping after rook a2 checkmate. So that's the idea there of knight c3. Yeah, there's a 1-2 checkmate there. So white plays king c2, but now very strong move, rook fc8. Yeah, this is really looking nasty. There's a threat of knight takes d1 check, and a raging attack. If white took this, white didn't take that, but let's have a look. Knight takes d1, king takes, queen a1 check, and queen takes h1. But in the game it's not much better, because after rook a1, can you see what black plays here? If I give you 5 seconds starting from now. Okay, in the interruption tactic, knight d1 and the discover check, interrupting the connection of the rooks. The game ended here. If, for example, king takes, we have queen takes a1 check, and black can basically scoop up both rooks. It's totally winning this position, because, you know, once a rook comes to the 7th here as well, there's nothing to do here. We can just take the queen off, even simplest. It's end of game really. So yeah, knight d1, a crushing tactic there. If the king walks across here, we just play queen takes checkmate. It's over here after knight d1, that disconnection tactic. So yeah, it just shows the immense energy that Kasparov has in the Sicilian Najdorfs. This is probably why, yeah, in the recent St. Louis tournament, many players wanted to avoid Kasparov's Najdorf. Okay, comments, questions, likes, shares appreciated. Thanks very much.